For one more time, the time has come to go to Costa Rica, and this made me think about all the credit cards I need to get with me, and I got a little frustrated. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances, and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, every like, every subscribe really helps me to continue doing all this research so you don't have to. Thank you. There's a few things I want to talk about this video. I'm going for the 8th time in Costa Rica now. The past few times have been a pleasure. Not only about seeing my wife and the amazing country and the sightseeing. I also have family visiting from Greece. So we're all gonna go to Costa Rica, and then we're all gonna come here in the US. So it's an amazing time for me. At the same time, that brings a lot of traveling and a lot of things related to traveling that I want to talk about. First of all, I had to get my US passport. Becoming a citizen meant that I have to give in my green card and get a US passport. And that is a lengthy process nowadays. It takes up to 3 months. So I paid an extra $70 to expedite it, and thank God the passport came late last week. So I was able to book my flight and get ready to go. With that though, there's a change that needs to happen in the global entry TSA pre system. So all the border control centers are right now backed in up to a couple of months. So I can't just go and visit one. I called my local global entry center, and they only have a pre-recorded message saying some basic information, and then it hangs up. There's no option to even talk to someone. Very frustrating and very disappointing for people that do pay money for this service. So that means that my experience at the airport is up to luck. I will go to the airport and see if I can update my passport information there, and hopefully I will be able to. The most frustrating thing though is that I'm gonna have to rent a car while in Costa Rica, and I'm gonna have to stay in hotels and eat in restaurants and do a bunch of things. So I was getting ready all my credit cards, and the Chase Ink Preferred, the Citi Premier, the Amex Gold and Platinum, and I was wondering, what am I doing? I was thinking the use case scenarios I have for all these credit cards, and I got disappointed. See, I pay $695 for the American Express Platinum, $250 for the Gold. And between those two, I calculated the values. I'm gonna get $25 for my Uber ride to the airport, and on the way back, I'm gonna have to pay the full amount because it will still be at the same month. I will only be able to use my Gold for restaurants, and the Platinum, because everything is so late in the game. I got the passport only last week, and I'm flying Friday. There was no time to do a real reservation at a decent price for either hotels or car rental for that matter. And I found the cheapest price to be at local rental companies and smaller hotels that don't belong to any chain. And that is extremely frustrating for me because the only way I can get 5x from my Platinum is through the portal or directly to the hotels. But the best prices I'm finding is through booking.com. And I hate to promote booking.com or whatever other company right now, but it's frustrating that I will get better value just getting 3x back with the Citi Premier or the Ink Preferred than the 5x on the Platinum that is way more than those two credit cards. Those two combined are less than $200, and my Platinum is $695. So I will get more value from these two cards. And this, in combination with the previous videos I've done with the Venture X by Capital One, makes me think, what is the real value of a Platinum? It's a very specific niche in the market where the platinum is good for. If you are somebody that travel in big cities, locally in the US, or really doesn't care about spending extra money, then fine. I mean, that's a great card for you. But for the rest of us, cheapsteaks, not rich people, somebody that travels internationally, what good does it do to me? Like, I was thinking, it's not only okay. It gets a good value. Right now it has 150,000 points sign up bonus for only 6,000 in 6 months, which is incredible. It's 50% more than the previous high. And yes, and also has the $150 Walmart credit to sign up to Walmart services, which is extremely nice. Which means that for the first year, the platinum makes sense for really everyone. I highly suggest everyone should get this credit card as long as you're out of 524. 150,000 points is just great. But when it comes to every year after, we established in previous videos that you're getting about 8%. And I said in those videos that based on my use case scenario, I'm getting about 4%. And this is still the case. And if I can get a 3 solid percent from a credit card like the Citi Premier or my Ink Preferred or the combination of the two for $200, and I don't need to jump all the hoops to get that 4 or 5% on my platinum, isn't that smarter to do? Which makes me think that next time I have to renew my membership on the platinum, I'm just going to cancel it. Now, they might come back with a great offer like they did with the gold and they gave me 20,000 points. Yeah, if they give me something that's decent and makes sense to keep it, I will keep it. But yeah, if I mean, it doesn't really make sense because by using that credit card just to have it, I could put that money in so many other things. I would save $695. I would still get a solid 3 to 6%, especially if I get the Venture X in the future. And I will be able to use those credit cards everywhere in the world and not feel that I'm missing something. I'm kind of fed up with the platinum right now, and I think it's me. I mean, more than anything, I realize what kind of traveler I am. As you know by now, I do travel internationally at least 2 to 3 times a year, at least. So I know what kind of traveler I am, and I'm not the kind that uses the platinum for almost anything. Even when it comes to lounge access, like I'm flying here from the Dallas International Airport in Washington, D.C. I don't think I'm going to get to any lounge because all the lounges, for whatever reason, are in different terminals than the one I'm flying all the time. So, and if you know, it's different buildings and you have to get shuttles to go from one building to the next. And that's a hustle. I don't want to do that. That's not what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be a premium experience. That's what you're paying for. Oh my God. But it's not. It's not. This is worse than just paying $20 and having a decent meal where I'm sitting, where I'm waiting. The Clear Credit. The Clear Credit, I used it a couple of times so far. The processing time, like from entry to exit, was about exactly the same as TSA Pre. I mean, that's my experience. I have seen instances where TSA Pre can be even longer than the regular lines, but that's very rare. And certainly didn't happen to me since I got my TSA Pre. And every time I go through Clear just to say I used it. But TSA Pre is always empty and I could easily go there, which makes me think that credit is not also very useful. I think I'm kind of done with the Platinum, honestly. Once the annual fee hits, I'm going to just cancel it. But when it comes to the Citi Premier, that is a star. That 3x on groceries, 3x on gas stations, 3x on travel, 3x on pretty much everything is 3x internationally. I got my 3x on 3 weeks in Greece. I was getting 3x all the time. I came back with so many points. It was just incredible. The Chase, I need to get the preferred. Honestly, I need to downgrade my ink and upgrade one of my Freedom Flexes to a preferred because that's also another amazing credit card. American Express needs to do something more than what it does right now because it's a quick fix to add a big sign-up bonus. And yes, it does worth it to get it for the first year. For everyone should get it. Everyone. 150,000 points is at least $1,500. It makes sense every single time. What happens after though? American Express needs to do more to keep their customers long term because I have a feeling that there's gonna be a time where all this luxury craziness that we see everywhere, and we get fancy watches, fancy cars, fancy clothes, fancy bags, fancy credit cards, is gonna die out, especially as inflation goes up. You need high percentages on your everyday spending. This is not about fashion. This is not about flashing. It's about survival. And with an inflation at 7-8%, whatever it is, I think that we need to do a whole lot more. American Express needs to do a whole lot more to bring those returns higher than what they are. I said before that I'm getting about 4% real return on my Platinum, and that's still while pushing some things. Like, I typically never order food at the house. I always cook. But since I have the credit, I am using it to order once a month when I'm not traveling. So, is that an expense that I would typically do? No. Am I craving to do it? No. If I was craving to do it, fine, but I wouldn't. So, there's so many things that I'm thinking about American Express. Honestly, I'm kind of frustrated thinking that I pay almost $1,000 and not getting the real value. At least that's my case. But anyway, I mean, enough with the rambling. I am going to Costa Rica. I will be there for the next 10 days. And then when I'm coming back, I will have all the family here with me, showing them around DC. Hopefully, we will make some nice videos here in DC and New York. Also in Costa Rica, and we'll see how it goes after that. There's gonna be a lot of spending in the next few days, and I'm hoping to get some decent points. But let me know what you think. How do you like your Platinum? How do you like your Gold? How do you like your Citi Premier? How do you like your Chase credit cards? That's all for today. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Until the next one. Ciao.